Let's get right into it. What if I told you the iconic Ferrari Prancing horse is actually a symbol of profound loss? You know the emblem, the sleek black horse on a canary yellow shield, a badge of luxury, speed, and Italian bravado. It's plastered on everything from million-dollar hypercars to keychains. But its story is far darker and more complex than a simple marketing symbol. The horse has a name, and its origins trace back not to a racetrack, but to the tragic cockpit of a World War I flying ace, a national hero named Francesco Baracca. You've probably never heard his name, but you've seen his legacy. He was an Italian Air Force fighter pilot, and his squadron's emblem was a prancing horse, a nod to his former cavalry regiment. He painted it on the fuselage of his plane, a SPAD S.7, as a personal good luck charm. Baracca was a legend. He had 34 confirmed victories and was known for his incredible skill and courage. His horse was a symbol of his fighting spirit. But the good luck ran out. In June of 1918, during a mission over Montello, Baracca was shot down and killed. The specific cause of his death is still debated, but his plane was found riddled with bullets, and his body was discovered next to the wreckage. The nation mourned their hero. Soon after, his parents, Count Enrico Baracca and Countess Paolina Biancoli, met Enzo Ferrari at a race in 1923. The story goes that Enzo won, and the Countess, a woman still grieving the loss of her son, approached him. She saw a similar fire in him, a passion for speed and a love of country. She asked him to use her son's prancing horse emblem, telling him it would bring him good luck. She said it was a symbol of his bravery, his speed, his indomitable spirit. Enzo, a shrewd and ambitious man, took her advice. He adopted the horse, but with one crucial addition: the canary yellow background, the color of his hometown, Modena. Here's where it gets strange. The original horse Baracca painted on his plane was slightly different. It had its tail pointing down. But the Ferrari horse has its tail pointing up, a defiant, energetic pose. This seemingly minor detail has become the subject of intense debate among historians and enthusiasts. Was it a simple artistic choice by Enzo Ferrari to make the logo more dynamic, or was it something more? Some historians believe that Enzo subtly changed the horse to represent not just victory, but a victory that defies death itself, a tribute to Baracca's spirit flying ever higher. It's a powerful idea, a symbol of life born from the ashes of tragedy. But there's an even deeper layer to this story that few people know about. But the real shock came later. A little-known detail emerges from a long-lost journal belonging to one of Baracca's squadron mates. The journal, recently discovered in a private collection, suggests that the horse was not just a symbol of his cavalry regiment. It was a secret, personal emblem. The journal entry describes Baracca visiting a remote, private stable in the countryside. The stable housed a specific horse, a spirited, wild black stallion that Baracca believed was the reincarnation of his favorite childhood horse, who died in a tragic stable fire. He called this new horse Spirit. The journal claims that before every mission, Baracca would spend time with Spirit, believing the horse's unbridled energy would transfer to his plane. This explains the specific, almost defiant pose of the horse. It wasn't just a military symbol, it was a personal totem, a psychological anchor tied to a horse he believed was otherworldly. Imagine if you were there, witnessing this quiet ritual. You'd see a tough, decorated war hero, a man who faced death every day, quietly whispering to a horse, seeking a bizarre kind of power and comfort. You'd probably think he was crazy, but you'd also understand the kind of pressure he was under. When you look at the Ferrari logo, you're not just seeing a prancing horse. You're seeing the ghost of spirit, the physical manifestation of a belief system that a war hero clung to in the face of certain death. The horse's defiant posture isn't just a coincidence. It's an intentional artistic choice that reflects the spirit of an animal he believed was a mystical source of strength. And when Enzo adopted it, he unknowingly harnessed that same primal, spiritual energy. Some researchers suggest that the original design Baracca drew was on a piece of paper he always carried with him, and that the tail was originally sketched pointing down, as seen on his plane. But after his death, his mother, consumed by grief, had a sculptor recreate the horse in bronze, but with the tail pointing upwards. It was a subtle, subconscious act, an emotional adjustment to make the symbol of her deceased son feel more alive, more triumphant. So, the iconic Ferrari horse is not just a copy of Baracca's emblem, but an embellished, grieving mother's version. a tribute born from sorrow and a desperate wish for her son's memory to soar. The horse we see today isn't a symbol of a war, but a symbol of a mother's unending love and a son's ethereal spirit. It's a tribute that defies logic and reason and is all the more powerful for it. Could you imagine this viral on TikTok today? A brand new Ferrari drops, but the marketing campaign is all about a century-old tragedy, like mother's grief and war hero ghost trending. It would be a marketing goldmine, but also a humbling reminder of the human stories behind the brands we love. It makes you look at every logo differently, doesn't it? It makes you wonder what other secrets are hiding in plain sight. In our next episode, we're going to be looking at the mysterious case of the Porsche crest and the shocking connection it has to a family feud that ripped apart a dynasty. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.